Hi folks! Today's video is all about mid-year resolutions. I got this idea or this video from It Was Sean. I'll put a link somewhere around here to his video. But July 2nd is the halfway point through the year. So Tuesday, as you're watching this on Thursday. And I thought I like doing resolutions. I like checking in on how I'm doing throughout the year. So I thought I'd do that, hold myself accountable with you folks, and set some possibly new resolutions for the second half of the year. Alright, so as far as the reading 12 new books for the year, I'm almost there. I think I'm at like 9 or 10 new books that I've read. I've read a couple of rereads as well, which is really great. Yay, awesome. So moving forward, I think I'm just going to keep up with trying to hit that 12 books by the end of the year, and kind of moving forward set at least one book a month. It's been great doing the book club. You can go find out more about that on our Patreon. That's been a real nice motivation to be like, I have to finish this book in time to write the book club post. Speaking of motivation, I haven't really made much progress on a personal project. I've been busy with other things. I think maybe I'll try and find like a month in the fall, maybe, if things slow down, to focus a little bit more on my personal project, whatever that may be. I have been keeping track of my campaign notes and stuff like that, so it could be going back and writing that module, could be doing something completely else. I'm leaving that open for interpretation, and maybe that's a problem because I'm being too vague with that, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that. So in the video photography category, I'd set the goal of 100 videos this year. Been pretty much on track. Had a couple weeks where we only had one video because of feeling ill, and then we had issues with, we got new editing software, yay, and then it didn't want to work for a moment. Oh no, but then it worked. So I think we're completely on track with that. Not going to change that resolution. And in fact, we might get a little ahead with Gen Con, so that might allow for maybe a little bit more time, like around the holidays where there might not be a video, like on Thanksgiving or something, because family. As far as the posting to Instagram, I'm not really stuck with that. And that's one resolution that I want to set for the second half of the year, is trying to meet this resolution of posting at least 5 times to Instagram every week. And I want to do that both on my own personal Instagram, hidden off stage, which is mostly like pictures of when I'm like, ooh, I did my makeup really nicely, or the cat looks super cute. And then Roll for Initiative, which is more of the geeky stuff with occasional like cat and dog and hey, I feel really nice about myself and I'm wearing dice earrings, which I'm not wearing right now, I just realized. So I want to try and follow that 5 photos a week on both of those, just as a good motivation to encourage me to take more photos and improve my photography skills, see new angles, cool ways of editing, stuff like that. As far as the playing more games, I feel really good about how many games we've played. Probably not quite as much as we did couple months last year, just getting busy doing other things, having other forms of entertainment. But we've been playing board games on a fairly regular basis, and I finally joined a game where I get to be a player on the Too Many Warlocks. So that falls into that wanting to find that aspect. Our home game has been a little sporadic with sessions due to scheduling, people being out of town, having family in town, whatever it is. It's been hard to find good, everybody can get together, play the game, hang out. So moving forward, I do want to try and be a little bit better about scheduling in those games and kind of being the coordinator and reminding people like, hey, we talked about looking at this day, how does that day look? And if it doesn't work, then asking about other days. I just want to try and get a little bit more regular back on that game. Okay, so as far as the resolutions for the second half of the year, the first half of the year I was focusing on some other things and busy with work and various projects, and my overall health, I feel like, kind of took a back seat. Not in a horrible way, but just I had a couple of bad mental health days, and I haven't been like running or doing yoga, the kind of physical activities that I like that also help with my mental health. So that's kind of what I think my main focus for the second half of the year is going to be, is focusing back on making sure I'm taking care of me and my body so I can do the things I want to. So that involves eating a little better. I'm going back on keto. We had tried keto last year for about 4 months. Worked really well, so I'm doing that again to kind of kickstart, and then we'll be probably shifting back to a low-carb diet. Personally, I find it works pretty well. I still want French fries, so I'm never going to completely give up carbs, but doing keto for a little bit and then transitioning to a low-carb diet and being more mindful of like not having French fries every day, but French fries get to be a yum, yes, and cake. I also want cake. But, you know, maybe not cake every day. Have a few salads in there. And then also getting back into physical exercise. I particularly like yoga and then running. I don't know why. It just seems to work for me. So I've been back on kind of sporadically, but I want to, starting in July, be more consistent with sticking with the Couch to 5K is what I'm currently doing to kind of get myself back into running mode, because my body remembers how to run, but my lungs are like, oh god, we're dying. So I need to just transition back into that, and then I find yoga is a nice like off day to stretch my muscles and help tone and build other kinds of muscles that I don't use for running, like, you know, doing a handstand. I don't know. Okay, so basically my second half of the year resolutions are work on a personal project, actually set aside time for that. Keep reading at least a book a month, focus on my physical health, and take and post at least 5 photos to Instagram. So how are you doing on your resolutions you set back in January? Are you doing a mid-year re-resolution setting thing? Re-resolution? Let me know what those resolutions are, especially if you, like me, find having other people, telling other people helps hold you accountable to those goals. A big thanks to our patrons, especially Arvi. If you want to support our channel, you can head over to our Patreon page and check out the perks of being a patron. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We make videos here every Tuesday and Thursday. And until I see you next time, this is Roll for Initiative. Bye!